All right, welcome back to Just Pod Ferda, episode 6. These boys is geeking. I'm not really sure why, but we're going to talk some All
You know,
Star, Pro Bowl. We're going to talk all of that tonight.
guys.
Stay tuned in. All right, so jumping into some conversations about the NBA All Star game that's coming up. Uh, Anybody got anything specific to say about who was picked, who you think got snubbed? And then one question I wanted to go ahead and get out there so you guys can answer it is which of the reserves is going to take Joel Embiid's spot in the starting lineup? Is it going to be Bam or Julius Randle or Paulo? And I was also going to say, who do you think replaces whoever said person is in the reserves? So, Grayson, why don't you go ahead and go first?
Yeah, now with a big man getting taken out the lineup, you still got Giannis in the starting lineup, but I can definitely see them going in the direction of putting Bam Adebayo in that starting spot. Um, for a reserve, I can't. Elliot, you got an idea for a reserve replacement?
Yeah, the GOAT himself, Tingus Pingus, who's the third best player slash sometimes second best player on the best team in basketball. So I'd probably make that guy an all-star. He's played like the best defense of it since he's a Knick. I'm not gonna say of his career, but it's like since he was a Knick for sure. I love Tingus Pingus.
Just
So
one more
I'd
one more
throw him in
thing. I'm just
for
gonna
sure.
throw in there is
I also just think he's better than Julius Randle
do
to
you think
begin
the
with.
replacement has to be a big, or do you think they might go with just like a forward?
So I think it depends where they draw the starter from. So if they take Paolo and make him the starter, then that opens up the wild card reserve spot. But if they take Bam or Randall, then it opens up a forward slash center spot, right?
Yeah.
Um, because the reserves go two guards, three front court, two wild cards. That's how the reserves are set up. So I think it depends where they draw the replacement starter from. But it'll be a front court player, I would imagine, just to keep the same level of like depth.
Yeah, I agree with that. A couple other guys that maybe could get in that aren't necessarily front court guys. Or they are front court guys. They're not bigs. Jimmy Butler's got a decent argument to get in. Scotty Barnes, Scotty Air Barney's got a decent argument to get in. Um, Nobody on the Wizards has a decent argument to get in. Nobody. Cade Cunningham on the Pistons doesn't even have a decent argument to get in. So I would say it's most likely going to be the Tingatron Pingatron. But those are just two guys I wanted to highlight as forwards that could have a chance to sneak in there.
Why are the Heat
Uh,
horrible right now? By the way, like
What have they? How
what
many
are
have
they?
they lost in a row? I can't even remember the number.
I think they might have picked up a win like sometime
7.
this week,
Terry
but they
Rozier
were.
carried them.
Dude,
But
I literally thought the Rozier trade was gonna do like wonders for them. I thought it was a really good move, and they just can't win. But then again, the Clippers went on a similar horrible run after they made a trade for
And then became
amazing
great.
star guard.
That's not an all
but yeah,
star.
let's move
Yeah,
into the
no
um,
James
the uh,
Harden.
Western Conference.
Okay,
Yeah,
Western
no
Conference
James Harden
starters.
all-
Alperen
Huh?
Şengün snub, Demontis Sabonis snub, De'Aaron Fox kinda snub. James Harden should be in over his teammate Paul George. Sorry, not sorry.
agree. I
Anthony
actually
Edwards
I agree with
probably
that.
shouldn't be an All Star. Carl
Anthony
Anthony Towns
Edwards.
probably maybe shouldn't be an All Star.
If
But
you
they have to put
combine
him in.
Anthony,
Yeah. But if you
if you
they had to put him at least one Timberwolf in there because they're the best team in the West.
yeah,
Also, the Shea being the only like J Dub has an argument, but I guess his numbers probably he probably doesn't score
I
enough.
wouldn't take him over any of the
Yeah,
people,
no,
the
no.
other people.
I
You
think
know.
Paul George being in over Harden's ridiculous. Him being in over Sabonis or Shingun's also ridiculous.
Sabonis is like the best center in the West, arguably, like other than Jokic, obviously. Like it's Jokic and then Sabonis in the West. I think he's the second best center in the conference, and he's not in there. So
Yeah, I would say
oh
Towns
well.
being in over Sabonis or Shingun is kind of crazy to me. What do
It's,
you think, Grayson?
and like a lot of people are gonna say this shit doesn't matter. Like oh you don't get to play in the All Star game, but a lot of like contract incentives and when you come up for extensions and stuff like that hinges on things like All-Star games and All NBA votes and stuff like that. Um, it just sucks to see guys that deserve it. I get there's only so many spots available, but like you can't tell me that Demontis Sabonis and James Harden aren't All-Star quality players this year.
Yeah.
So. what can you do though?
What do you
Speaking
think,
of
Grayson?
NBA, okay, go
He
ahead.
hasn't
Go
said
ahead.
anything. He's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah. Another West snub would be guys like Markkinen, Brent, not Brandon Ingram, but definitely for sure, definitely like Sangoon and Markkinen. Those are two guys that I would put over guys like Cat, guys like guys like I don't know, but James Harden not being on this list is actually kind of like surprising me by a lot and a little infuriating. I mean, he's what made this
Julius
team
Randle.
good.
Julius Randle gets to be an All-Star this year, but James Harden doesn't.
I
Like I
guess
get.
Yeah.
so. This is my theory on that. I believe it is because if you look at these lists, there is not a single player averaging less than 20 points. And James Harden is averaging 18,
18.9.
5, 18, 5, and 9. So, I mean, but he's I don't know. Ah. That's what I think
Yeah,
about
Yeah, I
that.
mean it makes
that's what
sense.
I.
Who do we
Did he
think is
start
going
off?
to win the All-Star game? This is the last thing. Who is going to win
Yeah.
the All-Star game?
Um,
This will
s-
be put. This will add
considering
into some of our pick stuff.
yeah, considering Embiid is gone, this West starting lineup also is just a
West
lot
crazy.
better in my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe like in my
Either
yeah
Damian Lillard or Tyrese Halliburton has to guard either Luka Doncic or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
yeah
Yo,
I know they don't play defense, but still, I mean, one of those two guys could score 70.
in fairness though, like last year there was that little section of time where like Jaylen Brown and Dame were each pulling up from 40 feet for like 5 minutes. Was that last year, year before? Like Tatum had won the MVP, I think, dropped like 50 some points. I I'll just for the sake of having fun, I'll pick the East by a final score of 274 to 270.
I'll take the
That's gonna be
West with the final score of 842,651 to 811,258.
good
That's
yeah.
answer.
that's
I'm
pretty
gonna
much
take the
how I
West.
think about the All Star game.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna take the West. Not make a score prediction, but who do you think is y'all's front runner for MVP of the All Star
LeBron
game?
James is going to do it because it's might be one of his last ones. You never really know. I don't know. I don't know. I could see.
um,
I'm gonna go. My serious pick is Luca.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's who I was leaning to, Luca, but I really like the LeBron pick just
I
because
think
like
those are my two.
he's still shown that he can go and get 30 plus with defense. So
Bro, you
now
don't
with
even
no
have to. You
defense,
don't even. Yeah, I was gonna say you don't even have to think about like actual basketball. Just
so
think about who
you
is
know,
gonna shoot the ball a lot. Who
who's
takes
and
going to be a
35
try hard?
shots?
and with
Who's
that
going to
being
be a try
said,
hard on
that is
Jason
offense?
why
Tatum.
my pick is Jalen Brunson off
Oh,
the bench.
Hey, that's a good
Jalen
pick. I like
Brunson
no, I
is
like that. I
going.
like that.
Julius
He's
Randle
going.
gonna shoot more than him.
Nah, Jalen Brunson's gonna come off the bench. They're gonna end up bound him the basketball. He's gonna dribble up the floor and shoot it without looking at anyone else the entire time he's in the game. If he gets enough minutes to win, and the East wins, that's my MVP pick.
You
I'm
can I
just
can
having.
I can I insert one small last thing about the All Star game? Well, not really. I think that like a very fun thing to do is to go on this website, pull up these rosters side by side, and see which guys are smiling and which guys aren't smiling. So Joel Embiid looks like he never wants to touch a basketball again.
Well,
Jokic looks like he doesn't know why he's there. Paulo looks angry, but he always looks angry. And then Kawhi is
so
indubitably,
he's happy. That's the
indu-
Kawhi I'm happy face.
indubitably,
Indubitably, that's the happy Kawhi. Don't even worry about it.
indubitably. And
But
then I'm gonna
yeah,
give the
this is
biggest
it.
smile award for the All Star game headshot. Oh man, that's a close. It's between Halliburton and Maxey. Oh, I gotta give it to my guy Hallie. Halliburton with the biggest smile award for the All Star game because he was called a fake All Star, but now he's a real one.
All right. Well, considering we talked about the game, we got the other skills challenges, dunk challenge, 3 point. But how excited? Because I'm quite excited. How excited are y'all for this 3 point challenge between Steph Curry and Sabrina?
I know Steph's excited. What do you think, Elliot?
I think, dude. Steph is a bigger man than me for like going out there and doing this. It's literally a lose-lose situation for him. He wins and everybody's like, "Ooh, congratulations, Steph! You beat a girl at shooting. You're only the best shooter in the world. Congratulations!" That's gonna be Bruce Brown Muse on Twitter. That's who I'm right there. And then say he
Bruce
loses.
Brown.
Say he loses, and it's gonna be like, "Look at you, Steph Curry. You can't beat a girl in a shooting
And
challenge. You big
that's
stupid
gonna be
dummy
Devin
bum."
Booker Muse on Twitter.
Yeah, and then they're just gonna send a bunch of memes of Aisha making fun of his foot fetish, and then literally there's no winning for Steph Curry here. He's cooked regardless. He's a bigger man than me for
Oh,
trying.
okay. Here we go. Over under on Sports Center collab post with ESPNW if Sabrina wins. Over under. I'm gonna set the line at 4.5
Over.
within 4 hours of it happening, not in the day.
This is free over.
Over.
Over four and
Super,
a half.
Yes.
super knocked over.
Different posts.
They're gonna post a video of each like shot.
Yeah, I'll
Nah,
take the
I
over
think
as well.
I was about to say I don't know about all that, but they'll do like a pregame thing, like a
I'll take the
pre-match
over.
thing. They'll have like Sabrina ends her round with a 4-for-5 money ball rack. Like
Did you see
finish.
her in the women's competition last year though? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
she missed once.
It's
Or, like,
one
what,
shot.
No. She missed
Seriously.
twice. She missed once on like the second rack and once on the fourth rack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
nah,
made
she's
both.
knocking
She
all
made
those
both of the
money
balls
balls.
from starry range. She can shoot that thing.
Yeah.
She gonna give him a
She'll
run
probably
for his
win.
money. I'm telling you,
Low-key, I think she's gonna win.
she
Like,
might.
Yeah.
I bet on it. I might bet on her.
That's crazy. All right.
But
Well, moving
yeah,
on from the All Star game yet, or were
I
you
was just
about?
gonna ask one quick question. Did they have they released a list for the 3-point contest and dunk contest and skills challenge?
I don't
No
believe so.
list.
I don't believe
All
so.
right, that's fine. All right, move it on. Move it on.
All right, moving on. Sticking with basketball. I know that Elliot had one thing he wanted to discuss. I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Oh, I want to. So with Embiid, like the news is out that he tore his meniscus in his left knee. So that's brought up two things in the NBA random role player with Muse in their last name Twitter handle community is one now who's the front runner for MVP, whether that's Luka, Giannis, Jokic, whoever, and two, what are everyone's thoughts on this 80% game minimum 65 games played to qualify for MVP, All NBA, etc. Like I know Embiid's teammate B-ball Paul Reed was not a big fan of it. And then everyone said, B-ball Paul Reed, you sit out as many games as you want. It does not matter for you, Chief. But Tyrese Halliburton said it was pretty whack. A lot of NBA players are saying like with this new rule, it's gonna like have guys playing through injuries they probably shouldn't be. It's gonna increase stuff like that.
Um,
The counter argument is there any other career in the world where you would get an award for showing up less than 4 out of 5 times in a given like span? So on one hand, should you have to do your job, or on the other hand, is this big injury concern?
uh, it's a little bit of both. But I think that at a certain point, with it being a rule, I think guys will realize like, hey, if I actually am hurt, like people are gonna understand that I didn't win this MVP. You know, I still played 62 games and averaged 37, 7, and 12. You know, like I think that at some point, and especially people be like, oh, all these guys are gonna get hurt, bro. There's 4 guys in the running for the MVP every year.
Yep,
Like,
you're absolutely right.
there's nobody like. For
I also
example, Domantas Sabonis isn't gonna go. Oh my God, I need to play 65 games. Like, there's no like, and he's a great like Kevin Durant isn't even gonna be like, oh, I need to play 65 games. Like no,
the
nobody's gonna
only
do that.
how much do you feel the average NBA player values like an All NBA third team?
I don't know.
Because like
Depends
you
how
need
much
to
money
get
they make.
for that too. Like Tyrese won't make an All NBA team this year because he's not going to play the minimum.
Yeah, I see that. I see the argument for that, but it
So
just
and
depends on how much
that's a
much.
contract incentives thing.
I think it's
So
kind of like what we're gonna talk about later with like Pro Bowls. Like I think certain things as the game changes, as the narrative changes, as the rules change, like certain things, it's gonna get to the point where they're just valued less than others.
yeah, that's super fair.
I think 65 may be a little bit too many.
Well,
Um,
I
that's
was
what
gonna
is that? What is
agree.
that? 65 out of 82.
It's 80%. It's like 80% of the games.
I think it should
So
be like 70. Like if you play well over half and you're still dominating at the highest level.
I saw a stat though that said in non-striker lockout seasons, only 3 players had ever won the MVP without playing 65 games, and including strike and lockout seasons,
It was 4.
it's like 4.
It's
But
Malone,
they
LeBron, I don't know the other two.
Bob Cousy was one. I saw Bob Cousy missed it by a game. Went back in like 1825.
Maybe it was
Um,
Westbrook's MVP year. He missed it by a game.
but
Yeah,
like
no, that man played about like
uh,
that's where he played like
I can't remember what it was.
it was like even in shortened seasons though they were playing over 80% of the shortened season. So historically, you're not going to win MVP playing less than 80% of the games anyway.
I I
So
I didn't know what you brought up about the All NBA team. That's wrong. That is incorrect. It should be sure 60. Make it 65 games for the MVP, but for the All NBA team, that's incorrect. Like there's no way. There's no way you're gonna field 3 teams of guys, so 15 guys that all have played 80% of their games. That means they had no injury trouble, basically. Like no like long 2-3 week span where they didn't play. Like you can't sprain your ankle and be out for 4 weeks, 3 weeks, and make an All NBA team. You think that's
um
right?
I mean it's 17 games that you have to miss, right? So I think you can I think you get one injury and then you would have to play everything else. So like you would
There's
have
no
one
load
injury,
management at all.
yeah, it'd
That's
be
not a
one
thing.
injury and you can't take any days off.
Yeah.
You would get one like injury bang and nothing else. But I think that's what the league wanted because I think the league saw every year 3 to 4 viral clips of some poor kid holding a sign that says I flew 7,000 miles to see insert star player here, and that star player's in street clothes chopping it up with the bench players. Like
LaMelo Ball moment.
yeah, yeah. Or they come to the game wanting to see their favorite hooper of all time, LeBron, and he's got his snack baggie from home he's crunching. Like, so I mean I get what the league is doing here too. There's definitely a middle ground. Maybe it would even be like tiered or something. Like you'd have to play 65 for first team, but for third team you can play 55.
Yeah.
Like you could tier it off or something. I don't know, but Embiid's not gonna make the cut now, like for anything. So who do you guys have, like MVP odds wise? Where are we looking?
yeah.
Go ahead, Grayson.
I just wanted to add one quick thing on on what we were talking about, like MVP, most valuable player. So it's like if you think about it that way, how can you be the most valuable if you're not there? All you know what I mean for the most of the games, like you got to be there. It's like how are you gonna win Employee of the Year?
What if your
But
team's
you
bad without you, and when you play, that's the only time they win?
get subjective at that point because then
I
what if
think
one guy?
Jason's big on the best of ability is availability in this league right now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you're so valuable, your team would be a second seed instead of a 7 seed if you just showed up to work.
Yeah.
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 It's like if you were the most productive person at work, but you called out on every Monday.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
super
But
fair.
I'm gonna do my front runner for MVP. You're gonna do your front runner for MVP, and you're gonna do your front runner for MVP now, and then we're gonna move on. Uh, I'm gonna say that Luka Doncic should win it. But I don't know if his team's good enough for him to win it. So I'm just gonna tell you that if you want Garrett Kangus's pick, you take a quarter and you look at both sides, and then one side Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and then the other side's Nikola Jokic, and then you flip it, and whatever side it lands on, just pretend that's who I picked. And then Luka is like if it manages to land perfectly on its side.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same thing. If Lukin can somehow like keep this scoring tear on and win this team some games and maybe get them that like fifth, fourth seed, there's no way to me he doesn't win it. But my quarter on one side's gonna actually have Giannis,
Giannis, that
and then
freaky
the other
man
one
from
is,
Milwaukee.
and then the other guy is gonna be Shea.
Jokic gone. Jokic
Voter
20,
fatigue.
26, 9, and 12 gone.
Voter fatigue.
And he just takes too many days off. Not days off. He shows up, but he just don't do. He hides in the bathroom the whole time.
Bad teams off.
He don't care.
He just hides in
He,
the
he
bathroom.
sees the Wizards on the schedule and he's like, "Cool, I'm scoring 4 shots. I'm taking 4
Yeah.
shots tonight."
He said,
So-
I'm gonna go in the
Dude,
filing
his
room."
efficiency, except for against Milwaukee the other night, has been unreal.
Nah,
Yeah.
he's ridiculous. He's on a different planet. I'm not gonna pick Jokic though. I think we saw last year that the league was a little bit hesitant to give Jokic some MVP love. I think they got a little voter fatigue action with him going on. Like, there's a reason LeBron only has as many MVPs as he has. There's a reason that like all these all-time players, like Kobe got 1 MVP. Come on, like players, dude. There was Steve Nash has one that, let's be real. All right,
Steve Nash has also got LeBron's MVP.
That's true.
like I think voter fatigue is real. I think the league doesn't necessarily want to vote for Jokic right now, so I don't think they'll give it to him. I would like to be wrong because I think he is the best player in the league right now. I'm gonna go with Giannis to win, but I'm gonna push a heavy Jason Tatum, best team in the league, best player propaganda throughout the rest of the season, and watch him finish in 4th again, and then complain about it.
All right. Well, quickly before we transition over to some football, I'm gonna give you the GLV player of the night from January 31st. Our GLV player of the night from January 31st is a man who plays for a team that is not good at basketball. They are not good at basketball. Coming out of the small forward position, playing 29 minutes, shooting 22 shots, having
Bang.
0 assists, and
Bang.
27 points.
Bang.
Give me Kyle Kuzma.
Clap it up for the kid.
That
Clap
was
it up
good for a 67.93 GLV rating.
That's a big
Congratulations,
thing.
Kyle. Congratulations, Kyle. Do it again sometime and we might actually care. So, we decided to go with a different style trivia this week. Grayson was going to host, but he said he wanted to do something a little different. He said he wanted to get involved. So, we're going to do Sporkle quiz. Sporkle. We're going to do Sporkle quiz. This is NFL Pro Bowl running backs from 2000 to 2005 with the number of Pro Bowls that they made. We got 10 minutes. There's 73 answers. Let's get cooking. Derrick Henry.
Adrian Peterson.
That's what I was gonna say. Oh, it's since when? It don't matter. Give me
2000.
Oh my God. Give me Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. LaShawn McCoy, DeMarco Murray.
You only gotta type in the last name.
Well, you spelled
Saquon LaShawn.
You only gotta do the last
Yeah.
name. We have 10 minutes, Garrett.
Yeah, McCoy. Is it CCOY? I don't know.
Yeah, and then
McCaffrey.
We'll get both Latavius and DeMarco.
I don't know how to
Murray
spell McCaffrey.
You
M-A-
had it right.
Yeah, no, it's
It's 2
R-
C's.
2 C's and it's just RY.
No, it's REY, but 2
Two
F's
F-
REY.
2 F R Y.
McCaffrey.
Yeah, I swear.
No, it's
Yeah.
ERY. It's ERY.
Skip it.
I promise you, you
Skip
had
it.
it right.
Skip
It's
it.
not on the list.
It's probably because he's a
He's
Pro
definitely
Bowler.
a Pro Bowler.
He's a Pro Bowler.
I-
Dude.
Murray,
It's not on the list. You put it right.
DeMarco Murray.
MURRAY. Latavius too. Yep.
Marshall Falk.
Sean Alexander.
Yep. Tomlinson, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah. Jamal Charles, GOAT.
Yep.
Garrett Thomas.
Some Kareem Hunt.
You not gonna type in Pierre Thomas for me?
I didn't hear you. Incorrect.
Dang, no Pierre Thomas. That's crazy.
Lewis. I forget his first name, but Lewis.
Nah, Jamal. Jamal Lewis. Larry Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was 4 of them.
David and CJ2K. Ricky Williams.
And D'Angelo.
D'Angelo.
Did Stewie make one?
Le'Veon Bell.
No.
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon, for
And
sure.
then you can probably rip Connor.
Curtis Martin.
Yeah. And Doug. It's gonna get Doug Martin.
I was doing Doug Martin. Yeah.
Give me James Conner. James Conner.
Corey Dillon. Dillon. Just O-N.
Josh Jacobs.
Darren McFadden. Nope, Josh
Jacobs
Jacobs wasn't on there.
He's not on the list. Never mind. That's on me.
Wow, no Darren McFadden. That's crazy.
You guys are going so fast, I can't even think about them for myself.
Alfred Morse, GOAT.
Is Jerome Bettis on this list? Yep, he is.
Somebody look up how to spell McCaffrey.
You had it right, bro. I swear.
Nah, he's definitely a Pro Bowler. I'll look how to spell McCaffrey. Keep going.
As a slot receiver. Give me Pacheco.
No.
Melvin Gordon.
MCC.
That's who I just did.
MCC.
MCC.
AFFREY.
Does it need the other C to be capital?
We'll try it.
Nope, not a Pro Bowler.
Yep.
Wowzers.
Right.
Oh.
What about
Taylor
Ahmad Bradshaw or Brandon Jacobs? Any of them?
Yeah. Go after that. Go Joe Mixon. Nope.
It's the most one's 2020. So who were Jonathan Taylor? I think was a Pro Bowler.
I already did too. I just typed in Taylor.
Austin Eckler. Jeez. I don't think Leonard Fournette was ever one either. Yeah, Westbrook.
Michael Turner.
Marshall
Freeman. Good one.
It got David Johnson already.
Oh, it's till 2020. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why Christian McCaffrey's not as outlandish.
Who else we got here? Ryan Matthews wasn't a Pro Bowler in San Diego or anything, right?
Ray Rice.
Yep. What about? Oh, what was that dude's name?
Sean Marino.
Both Tiki and Marion Barber.
Just Tiki.
Oh, no Marion Barber. That sucks.
Moreno.
I just tried it.
He typed it.
I didn't see.
CJ Anderson made one.
Yeah, you're right.
Never mind. Go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to think of teams. Dolphins.
Reggie Bush, obviously. I think.
Yeah, Ajayi?
Yeah, Reggie Bush.
Wow, no Reggie Bush. That's crazy. I thought he had one. Nice. Make sure Blunt didn't sneak in on one.
Blunt, he scored a bunch of touchdowns.
Yeah, he led the league in touchdowns. No Tevin Coleman. Steven Jackson, Fred Taylor.
Yep. Well, Taylor already would have came up.
Yeah, we already did Fred Taylor.
Wow,
Fred Taylor's on there. Fred Taylor's on there.
I didn't see it. Okay, might be.
This is
This is bad.
Yeah, this is not
Did
good.
we try? Did we try? Yeah. just
What are
give
we
me that
missing in
one.
2020?
Think of teams. Think of teams. Just think of teams.
Yeah, I'm trying to, and you guys are just screaming. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that brings up Mark Ingram too.
Yep, Mark Ingram for sure. Lamar Jackson.
That's insane.
He's a running back. That's awesome.
He's a running back.
Matt Forte.
Yep. Frank Gore.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There's 4 that last appeared in 2006, brother. Come on. Last appearance
George,
2020.
Did Eddie
is
George
crazy.
get one of those 01s? Eddie George.
Yeah, Eddie George. I was gonna say him. I thought he played earlier than that.
What about the other guy that played running back with him at Ohio State at the same time?
I don't.
Was
I
it
don't know.
Alexander?
Maybe. I had a name. Eddie Lacy snuck in his rookie year, right? Or
Did
second
we
year.
try Aaron? Did we try Aaron Jones?
That's what I was about to put.
Oh, he's
Thomas
going up.
Jones.
Thomas Jones. Go Who's. Thomas Jones. Go Who's. Arian Foster.
Yep.
Yep.
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yep. Chris Ivory.
Yep. Is there any Bears running backs we're not thinking of?
We got Forte. Did Jordan Howard get a Pro Bowl?
I was literally gonna say Jordan
He
Howard.
did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeremy Langford definitely didn't, right? All right. Packers, Lions. Did the Lions have any? Like an Amir Abdullah, Theo Riddick. Who else played running back for the Lions?
I feel like
Nobody did.
Did Matt
Nobody did.
Asiata make one?
Nah, because he only got to play he got most of that season that you spelled it right. That AP beat his kid. Shoot, man.
Oh my
this
gosh,
is
we
gonna
only have a
take
minute 44 left.
Amon
Oh my
Green?
gosh.
Is Amon Green? Is that timeline right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No Pats that we can think of.
Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis.
Oh, Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook.
Nope. All right. Yeah, Dalvin Cook. Corey Dillon was a Patriot, by the way.
Minute 25.
There's like a 2019 one. Kenyon Drake or any of those weird ones like that were just playing on bad teams. I don't know. Fournette.
I thought we
I don't
tried
think
him. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't think he makes the list.
Wowzers.
Sproles. I just got Sproles.
Nice.
Is there any Colt? Any Raiders we're not thinking of?
Did Joseph Adai sneak one in? ADDAI?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay. I'm trying to
When
think
did
of
Bo Jackson quit playing football?
Way before this.
a billion years ago.
Thought I cooked. Try Willie Parker.
Yep.
And then try Rashard Mendenhall.
Yeah, Mendenhall's definitely on here.
I don't know. He only had one good year for real.
Yeah, that's true. 20 seconds. 20
think
seconds. Anybody?
No Isaiah Crowell. No TJ Yeldon. Carlos Hyde sneak in.
I already tried it.
Okay. No Thomas Rawls or anything, right?
No. CJ Spiller. Just got him.
McAllister.
Willis McGay. Oh, how did we miss Clinton Portis?
Zeke.
No. Priest Holmes. Nick Chubb.
I was gonna say Priest Holmes.
Lamar Miller.
Nick Chubb.
Ryan Matthews. I literally said Ryan Matthews didn't get one as an Eagle or Charger, and he's over there. That sucks.
Emmett Smith.
Ronnie Brown. How do we forget Ronnie Brown? Justin Forsett.
Honestly,
I don't think we did that bad.
Yeah, we got hot there at the end.
54 out of 73.
Whoa, we killed the average though.
Pretty good job.
Blew it out.
Good stuff, boys.
All right,
jumping into NFL Pro Bowl. Let's talk about how much it stinks. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding.
Are you? Yeah.
Let's start off though. First, let's do some roster analysis. I'm gonna start in the NFC. I'm gonna read you the names. I need you to give me good or bad. That's what we're gonna do for the first part of this. Both of you guys, and I'll do it as well. That's what we're gonna do.
Position groups.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. By position group. I'm gonna go in order though. Okay. So first off, it was Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford. I'm gonna go. there, but none of them are playing. So it's Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, Geno
Goat.
Smith. Running backs. McCaffrey is replaced, so I'm not even going to do the replace guys the rest of the way. It's DeAndre Swift for me.
For the first 99 yards of the field, he's great.
Kyron Williams.
A lot of tuds.
And Jahmyr Gibbs. Backup running back.
I like Gibbs.
Not as a Pro Bowler.
Yeah,
fullback, who cares? It's CJ Ham. Good job. Good for you.
Take
Good
it
job,
out.
CJ.
There's only like 5 fullbacks per conference.
All right, wide receivers, Mike Evans, Puka Nacua, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DK Metcalf.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
Wait,
that one's crazy.
Are you just saying the replacements? Because where's CD at?
They're not playing. CD and AJ aren't playing.
Yeah. He's saying who's actually playing. He's
All right,
not listening.
Tight end, Sam Laporta and Jake Ferguson.
Is Laporta gonna play?
It's so far. It still says Laporta's playing.
Oh, word.
Laporta and Fergie get thumbs up for me. Tackle Sewell and Wirfs. Good. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna say the names. Guard Dickerson and Smith. Good. Center Ragnow, and then like kinda Kelsey, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. Defensive end. This is defensive end, Hutchinson, DeMarcus Lawrence.
DeMarcus Lawrence? I don't know. I don't know his name.
He played good. Interior lineman Javon Hargrave is being replaced by Kenny Clark, and it is Aaron Donald and Dexter Lawrence, and I like all three of those.
Lawrence is phenomenal. Kenny Clark, I feel like, is 100 years
Outside
old.
linebacker Micah Parsons, Daniil Hunter, Hassan Reddick. Terrible year. He had a terrible year.
Yeah, he could. I was going to say, I don't know if he lost his Pro Bowler status in our heads because of his own doing or because the Eagles and Matt Patricia had him playing pass coverage instead of rushing the pass.
Yeah, that's true.
Like 6 weeks.
Inside middle linebacker Bobby Wagner. He actually played pretty good to be as old as he is. And Demario Davis replaces Fred Warner. Demario Davis is very good. I like
Demario Davis is also
Bobby Okereke snubbed.
Cornerback Deron Bland, Jalen Johnson, Devon Witherspoon, and Darius Slay.
Darius Slay was not great.
Free safety, Jesse Bates gets 2 thumbs up. He might be the best free safety in football. Yeah. Strong safety, Budda Baker, Julian Love. I like both of those.
Budda Baker did not have a great statistical year, but he does good things on the field.
The Dallas Cowboys sweep punter kicker with Anger and Aubrey.
Fair.
Rashid Shaheed kicker Turner. Special teamer Jalen Reeves-Maben and Nick Ballore, who is replacing Jalen Reeves-Maben. But we got to give our special teamers a shout out. All in all, I'll rank the Pro Bowl roster at probably like a B, just a flat B.
Yeah, like, I mean, they did what they...
For the NFC, at least.
Yeah, there's no, like, massive snubbage where it's, like off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody. I'm like, oh, that guy deserves a Pro Bowl, and also, I'm not going to get angry over somebody getting snubbed in the Pro Bowl, because who cares anymore?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter anymore. All right, so on to the AFC. The AFC, Okay, I see what it's saying.
It's like the worst quarterback class I've ever seen in my life.
Tua, Lamar, Stroud, Minshew. I guess Lamar and Mahomes both aren't playing. Yeah, so I think it's Tua, Stroud, Minshew. Yep. Okay. Bad. I mean, I guess for a Pro Bowl, good, bad.
Stroud is fun, rookie in the flag football Pro Bowl. Gardner Minshew is fun because he's gonna sling it around in flag football in the Pro Bowl. But Gardner Minshew is not a Pro Bowl quarterback.
And then running backs, Mostert, Cook, Henry. I like all those. Fullback Alec Ingold. Wide receiver Tyreek, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, Jamar Chase. Tight end.
He didn't play like a ton.
He didn't play that much.
Quarterback was Jake.
You could definitely give it to like.
His quarterback was Jake Browning. That's the point. That is the point to be.
Tight end is Evan Ingram, Doug Oat, and David Njoku.
Evan Ingram had 100 receptions this year.
100 plus receptions, 1,000 plus yards.
Yeah,
Tackle We're not going to even go over that.
What about 11?
Defensive end, Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, Trey Hendrickson.
No complaints.
Interior lineman, Chris Jones, Quinnen Williams, Justin Madubuike, but DeForest Buckner is replacing Chris Jones.
Buckner was great.
Outside linebacker, TJ Watt, Khalil Mack, Josh Allen. Khalil Mack is being replaced by Jermaine Johnson.
Khalil Mack deserved to get replaced. He had 6 of his sacks in one game.
Yeah.
Inside middle linebacker, can you guess they both played for the same team?
Roquan Patrick Queen.
Yeah,
Yep.
Roquan. Yeah.
Cornerback, Surtain, Sauce, Ramsey, Ward.
Sauce had 2 more interceptions this year or something
Free
like that.
safety, Justin Simmons, Minka Fitzpatrick, and strong safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick didn't play that much this
Special
year. I was really
teamer.
surprised he made it.
Special teamer, AJ Cole, Las Vegas Raiders, the punter, and the same guy who always gets it, Justin Tucker. Kick returner, Marvin Mims. Special teamer, Miles Killebrew, Pittsburgh Steeler.
He had two block punts this year. That's definitely why he made it and why he was an All-Pro this year. Other than that, he didn't really. I mean, he's just a special teamer. But
I will
he did have
say
2 block
that.
punts.
Hold on.
Matthew Slater made a career being a great special teamer.
This
in
is
New
not
England.
completely updated because it doesn't have Aaron Donald being replaced by Derek Brown. Because they put Derek Brown in the Pro Bowl.
Derek Brown set the record for tackles by an interior defensive lineman, right?
By a lot, by like 7 or 8 tackles.
What a beast!
And then I'll say my snub is Sam Franklin should have been the special teamer in the NFC. He had a pick 6 playing safety because he was so good at special teams. He got to play safety because of how good he was at special teams. But it was a 99-yard pick 6. That was cool. So let's just talk Pro Bowl in general. What we think about it, kind of where it's going. I know that we all kind of agreed even before we hopped on here that it doesn't mean anything anymore. It's not an accomplishment per se. It's cool. I'm sure it's a super fun experience for those guys. Like I'm sure they want to make it, but like when you look at legacy and you look at players and you look at all this, you from about 2018 on, you can't even really count the Pro Bowl anymore. So you guys can go ahead and take over.
Like Mitchell Trubisky, Mac Jones, and Tyler Huntley have been Pro Bowlers recently, and I like Mac Jones, but like he's not a Pro Bowl quality guy. It sucks now because when you look at the grand scheme of legacy things, you're gonna essentially have to throw the Pro Bowl out of the window. And I'm gonna stop calling it the Pro Bowl here soon. I'm just gonna call it like
gathering of the athletes.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like when I walked in here to record this pod, Alec Ingold was hitting golf shots to an island green. They were doing the closest to the pin challenge in Orlando. Like we're doing precision passing, best catch onto like stunt pads, closest to the pin golf, having guys do the viral like jug machine catches, and playing dodgeball. When back in the good old days, Sean Taylor was killing punters. Like I don't know, it's just fallen off pretty hard from where it used to be. Like guys used to go out there and compete, and they did have to change something because guys stopped tackling in the Pro Bowl anyway. So they did have to make a change. They couldn't keep it exactly what it was, but playing flag football is just sucks.
I'm gonna kind of piggyback off of that. The flag football sucks. It doesn't really like. There's no appeal to it, but there is. The Pro Bowl as it is currently, like the whole thing is set up for YouTube views and for kids to watch. That's the 2 things that I think that this Pro Bowl is probably the only reason that they're even like doing it like this. Like I get that they had to go flag football, but at some point you just stop wasting money. So they're making a profit. Like people are still going to these mini events. Like you can't tell me that if you were 8 years old and you got to go see Justin Jefferson play dodgeball against Stephon Diggs that one year with Big Kirko out there. You can't tell me you wouldn't have been extremely excited for that at like 8. But like I think that it's just getting away from like actual football and it's turning more into like an entertainment event, and not just for the people watching, but for the guys that are going like, hey man, congratulations, like come have fun in Hawaii or Orlando or wherever they decide to do it. And that's just kind of how I view it. I think it's definitely an entertainment thing, and I wanted to say that like although people our age and older people might not find any enjoyment in watching it, they're making money. I promise they're not doing anything that puts them in the negative. So somebody's watching it. The YouTube views are generating money. Something's going on to the point where the Pro Bowl is still making money, or else they would have found a completely different alternative.
Yeah, I'll just quickly say, like, when it comes to like, if you just take out the legacy part about it and what like opinions and who should make it, who should not make it, whatever. Overall, it's like I think it's a good thing. I mean, no one is gonna be afraid to do it because you're not gonna get hurt. And everybody gets to have fun. It is fun to watch. I mean, it's not. If you think it means nothing, that's just because it does mean nothing. I mean, at the end of the day, who remembers when they were playing in pads, how many points the AFC beat the NFC or vice versa? Like at the
That's
end of
a
the day, and did they ever do Pro Bowl MVP?
I'm not sure on that. I don't
I
know if
mean,
that's a
I
thing
don't
I'll
that
think
look it
they
up.
did. So it's not
actually a
like the
great point,
NBA.
though. I couldn't tell you who has ever won a Pro Bowl game. Like now that you say that, I don't.
Yeah,
But I know I
and
used
they
to watch it, and now I don't
okay.
watch it.
There is in fact
So,
a Pro Bowl MVP on each side of the ball.
well, either way, like you still get to.
You
That's what
couldn't
I'm
tell
saying.
me who won any of them though.
Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, as long as you just take out the legacy part of it, and like we shouldn't use it to determine who's better and who's not better because they didn't get the Pro Bowl vote.
Garrett's laughing his ass off. Who was a Pro Bowl MVP that had you geeking over there?
Nick Foles, Delaney Walker, uh, Michael Bennett on defense, Lorenzo Alexander on defense.
Michael Bennett, the
So
the DM.
pre 2000, yeah, pre 2013, it was just one per game. Here's some of these names. Can I get a Mark Bolger? Uh,
Oh, goat as a Ram.
dude, this is. I mean, it's all like it used to be all like pretty good players. Like,
Delaney Walker's awesome.
yeah,
That gets
but
me
I was just geeking at Delaney Walker and Nick
hyped.
Yeah,
Foles.
no, that's funny, but again, that kind of proves the point that like it doesn't matter. You don't remember who won the MVPs. NBA, it's like,
If you
oh,
wanted to
you
know
actually
who
won.
won the games in 2022 NFC, 2021 AFC, 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 and then from 2013 to 2015, I don't know if you guys remember when they had the coaches. Michael Irvin was the
Oh yeah,
winner for 2 years, and Jerry Rice beat Deion Sanders in
I
2013
was gonna say, wasn't Dion a
by one
coach at one?
point. It was 22 to
Yeah,
21 in 2013, and then 2022 was 66 to 57.
Good God.
that's funny.
They did not have
But
an MVP in 2022.
yeah,
Yeah, because
um,
every single person that touched the ball scored on the play they touched the ball. But yeah, Grayson, I agree with your point. Like, just view it as a it's a fun thing, and embrace that that's what it's gonna be. It's just a fun thing. It can't appeal to legacy anymore. But like the guys are having fun. Everyone can have fun. I'm just not gonna watch it.
and if we're gonna like really think about it, like when people start, I guess it's just because in the NBA, I mean NFL, there really is no debate on who the greatest of all time is. So like, I've never ever in my life heard somebody bring up Pro Bowl selections as why this person has the edge over somebody else.
No, that's true. Like I feel like if somebody really is a ball knower, before they bring up Pro Bowls, you can bring up all pros. The
Yeah,
one
Yeah,
that actually matters. Although that list is sometimes just abominable. But all pros, you could make an argument that like, yeah, that matters. Like
yeah.
I think Luke Kuechly might have been an all pro every single year he was in the league.
dog.
Luke
I,
Kuechly is a top
there's
five
only
linebacker
two.
of all time and didn't
I
even
mean, there's
really
only
play.
two like per position for the whole league. I'm pretty sure at All Pro. So I mean that's just significantly more impressive than being the 7th alternate in the Pro Bowl, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. I'm glad we can all agree the Pro Bowl is just it is what it is.
Yeah.
So what can we do about it?
All right.
All right, Gary. Any more things to touch up on?
I mean, we could go over coaches, but I think it would be kind of redundant.
We would just be making fun of the Commanders for hiring Ron Rivera with a backwards hat. So
Yeah, I saw a tweet that said "Biker Gang Ron Rivera."
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
since you
So I
brought it up,
guess.
I'm just gonna make the
Oh
quick
God,
point
here
that
we go.
Oh,
Arthur Smith is a good hire. He will bring this offense to the next level. The next level is 17 points to 19 points, but that doesn't matter. When you hold a team to 16, 17, you win the game. And that's all that matters.
Wody,
he's excited about winning games 20 to 17.
he didn't say okay hire. He didn't say acceptable. He said good.
I think I
And
think it's a good hire.
yeah, Grayson thinks it's a good hire. We'll see you next episode. I think it's a miserable hire. We'll see you later. It's not miserable, but it's not good.
It's awesome.